Hey guys, it's Christiana, and I thought I'd share with you how I seal my rocks. So I'll be using these 5 rocks as my examples. For simply sealing my rocks to protect them, I use DuraClear Satin Varnish. It's by DecoArt, and it makes my rocks look very shiny, so if you want to make your rocks look glossy, this is the way to go. However, I have this Podge matte finish that is a water-based sealer and glue. So in my opinion, it's only best used as a glue since the heat will make it sticky and it'll come off. So if you'd like to glue something on, this would work. After you use the Mod Podge, you'll want to seal it with DuraClear. So, to use the DuraClear sealer, I recommend taking a paintbrush you didn't intend to paint with, as it will get pretty gross after a while, and the hairs on the brush will stick together. You might be able to see it on my brush how the sealer is dried to the silver part. Basically, you won't want to use the paintbrush afterwards for painting. Alright, to use the sealer I have here, unscrew the top, and then take your brush, and you'll dip it straight into the bottle. And when I pull it out, I'll make sure that I have enough sealer on it before I move on to sealing my rocks. Which we can see here I've gotten quite a bit of sealer in my brush. Now I'll move on to showing you how to seal them. Basically, I'm just painting it as if I'm putting a clear coat over the top. I don't want to miss any part of my rock, so I make sure to go over every bit of it and check it several times to make sure I've hit every spot. I'll be going over all 5 of the rocks that I showed at the beginning of my video, which are all rocks that I've posted on my channel previously. I'll be putting links to each of these rocks at the top in case you'd like to check them out. I tried to use some of my favorites. Again, I'm making sure I don't miss any spots because I want the entire rock to be sealed. If you like to hide rocks as part of the Kindness Rocks project, the sealer will work really well to be weather resistant and should hold up in most types of weather. I use the Mod Podge on the back of my rocks, where I put a small piece of paper that has information to the rock site that I'm a part of. This allows people who find my rocks to post them, so that way I know someone has found my rock. The Mod Podge works as my glue, and then I go over the paper with my DuraClear, just to ensure that the paper stays on the back of my rock. I haven't had any issues so far with the sealer, and I've tried quite a few of them. This one seems to work really well for what I need. It should work well for you guys as well, especially if you just like to paint rocks to keep them for yourself. The only warning that I would have if you're going to use a sealer is that you wait for the front to dry completely before you flip it over to seal the back. You don't want it to stick to the surface beneath your rock and ruin your art. Now that I've sealed all of my rocks, we can see what they look like side by side. So on the left, I have the original rock, and on the right, I have the sealed one. You can see the difference between them as the sealed rock is much more glossy. One tip I have if you want to take photos of your rocks is to do that before you seal them, as the shine does not help your photos out as it creates a glare. Here's a before and after of my rocks. So there we have it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.